everybody, this is Sheila Bila, and I'm coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 4, Episode 10. I believe it's called Our Favorite Places. Now, of course, it picks up where it left off, where Zach is in jail, and they hand him a whole stack of papers, and they're like, does any of this look familiar? He's like, no, it don't look familiar. And then he's like, what is this? Then it's dun dun dun, back child support. I told y'all, go back and watch my other review, and you will see that I told y'all it's probably on some back child support. And what made me think about it is because they said that they didn't want Fatima to know. So, and then, remember she was saying, I want to be the one to have his babies. So I'm just like, okay, so I see how they was doing all that, piecing all that stuff together about all these babies. And Zach like, this baby don't even look like me. This baby don't even look like me. And the kid is not my son. Where is Michael Jackson when you need him? Michael, Randy, Tito, tell him, Billie Jean. No, what's her name? Hold on, what's her name? Heather Lee Jenkins. The kid is not my son. He 3 years old. He don't even look like me. So he got to pay $37,000 of whatever that is. He got to pay a court fees to get out of jail. Because he said they owe a lot of back child support. But he said he want to take a DNA test. But they won't let him out of jail until he paid $37,000. So he just like, man, I'm not finna pay this no $37,000. And you know when I pay this, I'm not going to get that stuff back. And that's one thing I don't like. That's not fair, because he know that ain't his son, or hopefully that ain't his son, right? But he still got to pay all this stuff. And when it comes back that kid ain't even his, he lost $37,000. And so they were like, well, that's why I didn't want to tell Fatima, because I know she'll flip. And then they was like, well, do you got any money on you? Because I think it's a Friday, and after 4 o'clock or something, and I think they don't see him after that time or something like that. And if he don't pay it, then he got to stay like another day. I think it's Thursday, he got to stay Friday, another day. Because, you know, you go to jail on the weekend, you ain't getting out till Monday. So I think, yeah, something like that. He want to get him out before Friday, so he don't have to stay the weekend. Something like that. I hope I'm right. I don't know. But anyway, so he was like, well, the money I got is at home in a safe. And I'm not giving, and then at home in a safe, right? He said Fatima don't even know them codes. So Jake gonna say, well, how about I go to your safe? And in my mind, I'm like, well, you better not let him go to your house. You ain't gonna have no money when you come back. And so he was like, man, that's what, Zach was like, man, I'm not giving you my codes to my safe. I don't know you like that, bruh. We ain't cool like that, bruh. I'm not giving you my stuff. And so he was like, okay, well, how about this? Because they was trying to figure out how to do money orders. They was talking about checks and all this other stuff, but he got the money in the safe. So he was like, so being that Zach doesn't trust Jake said, since you don't trust me, how about I just give you the money and you just reimburse me back? So he was like, so you'll do that, man? He said, yeah, I'll do that, man. Since you don't trust me, I trust, since you don't trust me, I trust you that you're going to give me the money back. So they handshake. Why Jake helping Zach so much? I don't know. Jake said he had a girlfriend. Y'all really think he got a girlfriend? I don't know. I'm just saying. I ain't putting nothing out there, but I ain't not putting nothing out there. Wait. I don't know. Anyway, it just seemed a little, he's always available. He want to hang up pictures, get lawyers, don't tell Fatima. I'm just saying. A little crushy crush? I don't know. Anyway, so the scene moves on. And then I had to take a bunch of notes. Even though this show was like a lot of nothing, but it was a lot. It was a bunch of back and forth scenes. I still had to take notes. But anyway, so Andy meets with Danny, right? Andy looking fine. Danny looking fine. They meet over at the Olive Bar. Soup, salad, breadsticks, keep them coming. So they at the Olive Bar, right? Talking. And then Andy is like, you know why I asked you here? She said, I know why you asked me here. She said, because you never met with me by myself. And then Andy is like, yes, I have. I met with you plenty of times. Name one. Remember that time we was at, oh, that was all of us. Remember that time we was, no, Sabrina was there too. So it's never been a one-on-one. And everybody knows that. Everybody knows that everybody has their pair. You know, it's always Sabrina and Danny, and it's always Karen and Andy. So no, they have not. And then Danny already knew. You just want me down here because you want me to agree with what you're doing. You want to hear somebody's opinion other than Karen's. And then Andy is like, is it that obvious? Yes. Okay, well, it's not only that, it's just because I know you'll be honest. Can you just be honest with me? And then Danny was just dropping jewels on her. She was like, you gonna do what you want to do. You still love him, but sometimes you gotta let him go, but you ain't ready to let him go. So you might as well just be with him. Since you ain't gonna let him go, let him keep buying you all this stuff. And if you don't, and then when you ready, you'll be ready. But for right now, you pretty much ain't ready. So you might as well just date him. I think I said it all in a nutshell, because they was going a lot of back and forth, but I just kind of summed it all up. Danny want him. No, excuse me. Andy want him. Andy love him, but Andy don't want to let him go, but Andy do want to keep him. Andy want to see where it go, but she don't want to be with him. So Danny was like, well, I mean, you don't want him, but you ain't going to leave him. So you might as well just kind of see where it goes if you get back with him. But at the end of the day, the decision is yours. Pretty much. And then she said something to the effects of Karen, Andy said something to the effect of, she said that Karen thinks that he's just controlling me. And then Danny was like, yeah, Sabrina too. So then Andy is like, so all of y'all just talk about me? She said, yeah. I mean, we all talk about each other. We just being honest. Just honest, you know? Because sometimes y'all don't want to hear what y'all want to hear, but we in the background, we know what's going on. So we going to talk, and when you're ready to hear, we going to tell you, right? So they sit down there, and then Danny is like, you know, you gonna pay for this. And then, okay, you gonna pay for this. And then Karen was like, oh, Jesus, these names. And then Danny was like, you gonna buy me some more drinks? And then Andy was like, well, I gotta get ready to go. You know, I gotta go and meet, I guess, Gary, to have dinner with Gary, right? So she's like, okay, well, leave your card. And then Andy leaves a card with Danny. They must really love each other, because I'm not leaving none of my cards, nothing, with none of my friends. I'm like, Zach, in this situation, you ain't get my codes, you ain't get my money, you ain't get nothing. If I had some cash, I'd give you an extra $20. But other than that, I'm not leaving you my card, bro. Or whatever. And then what happens is, while they're sitting there talking, when Andy is about to leave, Preston walks in, right? And so Danny is like, so everybody comes here, you know, everybody. And then Danny is like, why does this always keep happening to me? Because, you know, mind you, when they was at the beauty salon, that stuff happened. They caught her up there, whatever. So now Preston is on a date with another black woman in an orange dress, and she's giving body. And so Danny is like, oh, okay. And then Andy is like, when I leave, don't go over there and talk to him. She said, yeah, I'm going to go talk to him. Thank you for your honesty, Danny. Thank you. Because I would went over there and talked to him too. So Andy, she gets up and she leaves with her little cute outfit on. And then Danny stands up with her cute outfit on. And she goes over there at the bar where Preston and Kelly at. Her name Kelly with the orange dress, right? So she's like, oh, hi. And then Preston is looking like, oh, Lord, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? And one more thing too. Danny was like, how does he know where I'm at? And then Andy said, because this is your favorite place. And then Danny was like, well, he's never taken me here. Because, you know, they just sit up in the house all day and they talk about cows and they listen to bluegrass music. So they don't ever go nowhere. He always cooking her food, so they don't have to go nowhere. So she's kind of a little jealous because, like, oh, so you taking her out, but I got to sit up and listen to you in my house all day. But anyway, so moving forward, they go over here and they're talking, right? So Danny is like, so what are you doing here? You know, you're dating her. And then she's like, you know me. This is Kelly. You know me. Then he's like, I know you. She's like, yeah, you know me from the gym. From the gym. Zach introduced us. Oh, why you say Zach introduced? And then she says that, and then Danny's like, so did Zach introduce you and Preston? She was like, yeah. And then Preston was like, no. And then she was like, he did? She was like, he didn't. So it's either Zach did or didn't introduce Preston and Kelly together. But at the end of the day, they on a date at the Olive Bar in front of Danny while Danny just got through drinking. Okay. So she's like, Danny is like, so the only thing y'all gonna do is what y'all talk about cows all day, what y'all talk about bluegrass music. She's like, no, we talk about politics and hip hop. Talking about hip hop. Talking about, yeah, we talk about politics and hip hop. And then Danny is like, but this is what I gotta wake up to. And then Preston is like, what's that? Talking about, that's the song you listened to. And then he said, I don't know no song like that. And then she kind of just walks off. Oh, yeah, Daddy did say the only thing we do is sit up and, mess around all day or whatever. But anyway, so they had a little conversation. Danny is mad because he doing stuff for them girls that he ain't did for her. He talking about other stuff with them girls that he ain't talking about with her. So, and the girl black. And so Danny moves on, right? So then we have here, all these notes. I be having to remember where they went next. All right. So Maurice rushes inside of his house. Where he at? And then Calvin is sitting on the couch. He in there. And then he said, what we gonna do? He said, what you mean, what we gonna do? We about to get him out. Tomorrow, how we gonna get him out? Last time you tried to get somebody out, you whirled around like Spinderella. Tomorrow, like, you gonna keep bringing it up? Yeah, tomorrow, well, I got your back or whatever. So they goes in Maurice's room. This man is on Maurice's bed, greased up like a hot greased fish, gapped all open with his legs, talking like, come hither. Maurice is looking like, Calvin is looking like, Maurice looking at Calvin like, quit looking at my man. And Calvin was like, well, what you gonna do? You gonna get him out? So Calvin, he goes out the room, right? And so now it's just Maurice and Q. Q, come on in. He like, you better get out of my house. You better get out of my house. I'm not coming over there with you. But here he go. He melting, right? And so he was like, you want to get in. I'm not getting in there with you. You can get up out of my house because I'm not getting, And so then Q stands up. Why he do that? Maurice, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And then I don't know what happened, but Q falls on the bed and Maurice kind of lays on him. But then he had to get back up, get back in his right mind. And he had to look and be like, ooh, let me get out of here. So he goes out the room, right? And so he act like he dazed and confused. And then he's like, on Calvin, because Calvin just like, what's going on? And so then Maurice goes and he got to take a shower, right? And I'm going to continue on with this scene. I'm going to continue on with it because I'm not going to break it. I'm going to make this one big scene. So Maurice goes in to take a shower, right? Q comes out with his clothes on. Calvin right there. Why is Calvin sitting there standing by the door when Maurice is in the shower? Or maybe he wanted Q to be talking to Q when Q come out of Maurice's room. I don't know. But anyway, so Maurice in the shower, and Q is talking to Calvin. And Calvin is like, you need to get up out of this house. And then he said that, well, Maurice is making me leave or whatever. He was like, you're right, you do need to leave. You run around here pulling guns on people. And he was like, well, you don't know about my life. You don't know what I had to go through. And then Calvin is like, well, we all had to go through things. He said, well, you ain't been through nothing that I had to go through. He said, but that don't mean we got to go pull guns on people and rob people and take them for everything that they got. And he was just like, he said, but I really do like Q. No, he said, I really do like Maurice. That's what Q said. He was like, well, you sure got a really funny way of showing it. You want to rob the man and do all this other stuff with him. He said, get up at the house. He said, but I ain't got nowhere to go. He said, you can sleep on the step for all I care. So then he leaves and I guess he goes sleep on the step. Because that ankle monitor said that he got to be in that house. So he going to be on the steps outside in the cold. Maybe hot. I don't know. He outside. So he leaves out. Maurice comes out the shower. And he was like, I thought that Calvin looks at Maurice and was like, I thought you had took a shower. He said, I didn't. I was just waiting in there until he left. And then he sits on the couch. Maurice sits on the couch beside Calvin, and they're like, so what are you gonna do? You better not let him back in here. And then Maurice is like, this my house last time I checked. And then Calvin is like, well, I know how you are. You know what I'm saying? You like him. He said, I tried to hook you up with a good man, Savannah, and you didn't want to be with him. So this is what you end up getting. And this, do you forget what this man did to you? And so Maurice is like, he not coming in here. This my house. This my house. You know, that's pretty much what he was saying back and forth. This my house or whatever. And yeah. And so then Q is calling. Calvin is like, well, you know what? I'm going to get out of here because I'm not sleeping tonight. You're going to let him come sleep in here. And then Calvin leaves. Q is calling Maurice. I don't know if Maurice answered the phone because it didn't go to that. It's going to be on next episode. So I think I wrapped that scene up. All right. So then you have Karen back at the salon, right? Pam is on the phone. And Pam is like, getting out the phone with whoever she was talking to. And then she tells Karen about the special agent guy and tells him who she was. But she couldn't get information about why the girl was looking for Zach, right? So then what happens is Karen tries to call Zach. Ring. Zach is not answering because Zach is in jail. That's just the voicemail message in my head that would have happened. Because they don't know that. She don't know that Zach in jail. But I know because I watched it. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go on. All right. So then you have here. I did all the bluegrass. I did that. Kevin and Maurice. Dang, I must have went on with this scene, huh? All right. So then you have Danny goes to Sabrina's house, right? So Danny goes to Sabrina's house. And so Danny is like, oh my God, I had one of the craziest nights. And so Sabrina is like, what's going on? I saw Preston tonight when I went to go talk to Andy. And then Sabrina was like, so you had dinner with Andy? Tell me, yeah, she wasn't talking about nothing. She just wanted to hear me, talk about Gary. She said, oh, okay. Tell me, is that strange? Well, yeah, but Danny was talking about was her seeing Preston strange. But Sabrina was saying you having dinner with Andy is strange. So I guess it's two strangers, but different strangers, but it's two. But in the same night. But anyway, so they're going back and forth about, Preston and all that stuff. And so she's like, I don't know if I want to be with him or not. I'm thinking about moving on because I think I like the guy at work. This is Danny saying it, the guy Logan, the cop guy. And so she was like, oh, okay, well, just take your time and see what you want to do. And then, okay. And then, so, because I just got a text message. So then, Sabrina is like, she said the guy, what's his name, Bio, wants to take her out to dinner. And then Danny is like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Give me your phone. She's like, no, don't get my phone. Give me your phone. Give me your phone, Sabrina. And so Danny goes and get the phone. And she looks into him. What's his name? Zimbabwe. She said, oh, don't do that, Because Danny is like, the Panty Man, you really don't like him like that. You just kind of tolerate him. So I think it's okay that you start to date other people to see what you really want and what you really like. And I think Bio will be all right. And especially when Sabrina said that he's really, really rich. Danny antennas went up like, oh, he rich? Give me your phone. Let me go ahead and holler at Mr. Bio for you since you don't want to. But Sabrina is like, well, I got dinner plans with Calvin. She was like, okay, don't worry about it. So she said, Calvin, we gonna have to reschedule. Okay. Bio, we can meet tonight. Okay. Problem solved. And then they was like, okay, well, let's get you ready, Sabrina. Let's get you ready. So they both get up, go get Sabrina ready. Then it was like, you can have the rest of my clothes because I ain't going out nowhere. So anyway, they get Sabrina ready. And then, here we go. Andy gets a call from Robin. Yo, why Robin? Robin's still on that plane. Robin's still on that plane, huh? And even Andy said, you still on that plane? He can't get on the bike? Anyway, the man is still on the plane. Flying. He on his way back to Atlanta. He'll be there in a few hours. He want to know if Andy wants to go to dinner with him. Andy is just like, well, I don't know. I don't know. And then he said, well, he said, I don't know. He was like, okay, well, your tone is changing. What do you mean my tone is changing? Because you just sound different. And then she said, well, Gary, I guess Gary is trying to get her back. And then Robin is like, so what he do? He get you flowers. He's persistent. And then Robin is like, well, I know knowing you, he had to go a little harder. And so Andy is like, what do you mean? Girl, you know what he mean. Robin know what you like. He know you like flying on private jets. They know that. They know he don't know you bought him a condo and all that stuff. But still, they know you a material girl, so you like material things. So anyway, they end up getting out the phone to they'll probably meet later on tomorrow to have dinner. All right. So then Andy calls Gary and text Gary or call him one and say, okay, yeah, we can meet up for dinner. So she finally made up her mind, which we already knew she was going to do, because that's what she do. She like Gary, but she don't like him, but she like him, but she going to give it a try to see if she don't like him no more. Anyway, it's just a circle. It's one big circle. Anyway. So then you have the scene. Dun, dun, dun. Karen arrives at Zach's house. And she's just sitting out there at Zach's house, right? And so Fatima still don't know that Zach is in jail, because she was calling too, girl, the boy in jail, but ain't nobody picking up. So she gets there and Fatima sees Karen, right? So then they have this face-to-face. And so Fatima is like, so what do you want? She said, I need to talk to Zach. And then Karen was like, okay, well, that's cool. I need to. Fatima to ask Karen, what do you want? Karen said that she needs to talk to Zach. Fatima said, okay, that's cool. You can come in and talk to us. She said, I want to talk to him alone. And then Fatima was like, okay, we can talk to him alone. It's cool with me. And then just let me know when you finish and I'll come in. She was like, then Karen, here she go. I just don't get it. She said, I do. I understand. She said, how is it 3 years with me, what he doing for you in a matter of weeks? I'm looking here. I'm looking at this house. I'm looking at this car. He got all this money. He treating you and talking to you. He's so charismatic. He dressing nice. He looking good. His exterior is different. He got everything like he going on. But he was with me for 3 years and he ain't even did that for me. And then Fatima was like, I know what it is. Because, like, my ex, he did the same thing. He was a dog man to me. He was an old dog, to me. But then he get with his new wife. She said, wife. He get with his new wife, and they living good. Everything that she ever wanted, he gave it to her. It was just the right moment at the right time. I guess that's what she said. He was the right, they couldn't connect. He connect with the other lady. He just don't connect with you at the time, And so Karen is like, I just don't know how to feel. I'm just mad because I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm mad. I don't want to be mad, but I am mad. Just a little jealous. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to place my feelings. You know what I'm saying? And Fatima was like, well, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I go in here and I go get Zach and you can talk to Zach. And then she was like, well, okay, And then she said, you can come in. You can come in. You can see how the house look. I don't even want to see how the house look no more. All right, girl, well, just sit in your car. Sit in your car. I don't know if that's a Lexus or a Toyota, but go sit in your Lexoya. Toyota, Lexus, Lexola. Whatever that is, I don't know what it is. Go sit in your Lexola. So she goes in and she's talking to the people that fix on the house, and they like, yeah, we kind of worried because we don't know if we're going to get paid. Now, before then, he was like, the house should be done in like by the weekend. He should be able to move in by the weekend. And she said, okay. And then she said, my people, we over here, we kind of worried. Worried about what? Because we don't know if we're going to get paid. What you mean you don't know if you're going to get paid? What, you ain't heard? What's going on? And then he told his employees to move, go on somewhere. And then she tells him that the police came over there and Zach ended up going to jail. She like, so she mad. She like, what? Huh? Okay, well, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and straighten up here now. I'll have to find out what's going on. So she leaves out the house and she sees Karen. Karen, Zach not here. You lying. His car here. He not here. Well, he said he was not. He not here. Well, if you don't want me to talk to me, I talk. You want to go in the house? Do you want to go in the house and see that he ain't that girl? The girl think everybody lying. Everybody ain't lying to you, girl. The boy ain't even there. You ain't nobody got to let me lie to you. He ain't there. I'm trying to figure out where he at. I ain't know he was in jail. Just like you know he was in jail. We We don't know. I gotta figure it out. So then Karen, she gets up in her Latoya, what kind of car? Latoya, I don't know what it was. But anyway, she gets in her car and she scurries on out. And then here go Fatima. Hayden? Huh? You keep playing with me? I ain't even done nothing. Where's Zach at? I don't know. Leave me alone. Ain't got nothing to do with this. Please. I don't know. Do we got something to do with it or not? I kind of believe Hayden really, really don't know. He tired of getting drugged. Please leave him alone, Fatima, because you got the wrong person. It's okay. That boy's scared. Anyway, so it moves on. And then you have the dinner scene. Dun, dun, dun. You have Sabrina walks in with her shimmery disco gold light dress. And she walks in. And then she sits at the table. And you have Bio. Oh, you look beautiful, like a queen. And then they sit down and they're talking. And he pours a wine. Oh, this is the good wine. You have any allergies? No, I don't have any allergies. Okay, well, drink this. Yes, eat this. I got the appetizers. And they're sitting here. This is going to be a good night. And then here goes Calvin. Dun, 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 dun. I want to sit down and eat too. You interrupt my dinner. I'm going to interrupt your dinner too. Oh, Sabrina. Oh, no. Confusing. So, they have one more episode. And then, okay, the next episode is the season finale. So, I know I forgot stuff. I know I did. But still, I knew I was right, though, about that child support. So, you can't tell me I wasn't right, because I was. All right. That's it. Tyler Perry Sistas. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all trying to get my subscribers up. Y'all, subscribe to me. Your girl out here working.